Blood and thunder, my fellow automation enthusiasts. Today I wanna share with you the story of writing my first bot. When I started my programming apprenticeship around 12 years ago, I was heavily invested in World of Warcraft. This meant raiding ICC as a Tauren warrior tank, collecting achievements like a madman, sneakily exploring out-of-bounds areas, and also being a mischievous little bastard in general. But there was one thing which my mind was occupied even more with: programming. And someday, when I tried to fish for that cursed Dalaran fountain coin, it just clicked. I could write an app to automate that tedious process of casting a line and clicking on that stupid bobber every few seconds. Since Java was my go-to language back then, I started to whip up a quick prototype in Eclipse, and to be honest, it was way easier than you could ever imagine. The robot class of the standard library enabled me to send the virtual mouse and key events, as well as scanning the screen. My first iteration was very simplistic and just shy of 100 lines. It was written to press a specific key to start fishing and then scan the entire screen every few milliseconds for a specific pixel color of a splash. To avoid triggering on the wrong pixels, I had to switch to first person view and also disable the entire UI. Over the years I have had multiple alts with maxed out bags and guild banks as well, which all were full to the brim with fish. More than any sane person would ever be able to either consume or sell. The version you see on screen right now is the third, since I never bothered to save the previous ones. I wrote it when I started to play again during WoW Classic and introduced some quite handy features. First, I gave it a UI with a start and stop button, as well as an area with log statements, so I get a feeling for how accurate the bot performs. The second improvement I implemented was not scanning the entire screen the whole time, but instead defining an area. This greatly increases performance, as well as enabling me to leave the UI enabled. And last but not least, I let the bot scan a second area, a specially formatted chat window which shows direct conversations. Once a change is detected, the bot stops working and signals the event to the user. Let me demonstrate by simulating an average conversation. In addition, I also wrote my very first WoW add-on to blacklist items from auto-loot. This means my bot would automatically discard any unwanted stuff on pickup and increase the profits even more. Besides having written a bot on my own, I also discovered many mechanics to stay hidden from view, and in all the years I was using the bot, I haven't been detected once. I won't share those publicly though, since I might use them again if I decide to ever come back one day. I was telling the story now since I have planned yet another video about a new WoW related programming project which isn't a bot, but would make this one look kinda lame in comparison. And if you are thinking that writing your own bot for farming is wrong, that's your opinion. And just as my mom likes to say, other people's opinions are like infants, best be discarded right away. Wait a minute.